That's for sure. He's going to get a lot of rain with the AWP on this map. If they can get it early on, that's going to be brutal for NiP. They don't have anyone of that caliber. Even if Forest is good, it might not be enough to stand up to the likes of Simple. So, first map underway. Who's going to open it up? They've actually dropped the bomb. Nobody wants to be the first guy to make a mistake here in the pistol.
You know, really feeling it out right now, exactly. Slow pace. Again, this is what's possible on Mirage. You can have that tactical approach where you feel your opponents out rather than just going straight in for the set piece. Dennis going to go for the peek real quick.
And I mean, this is all, there's Flamey. That's a great shot onto Forest as well. Just peeking out from Palace, and he gets taken down. Edward also, he can get a lot of information from here.
He just sees it already. Get right, actually, somehow with the turn. Not easy. Probably should have been dead already. Simple will follow it up. They had all the info they needed. And now Rez is going to try and fall back a little bit. He's feeling very lonely. In fact, all of NiP are. No one's playing next to each other. They're just playing alone on the map.
Yeah, you kind of run out of that 1-2 combination here. The Glock's packing less of a punch with that one-shot headshot. Navi taking advantage of it. Simple already putting that on display, and Electronic finds another headshot. Speak of the devil. So now we're in a 2-on-5, and things are looking grim for NiP.
And NiP has to avoid this in the future. They can't just be taking these duels. At this point, it's all they have left in the round. But to start it out, NiP has issues with their entry. They need to be able to at least trade kills because this Navi roster is stacked with talent, and this is what's going to happen. You're going to get destroyed if you just go straight up.
That's what I'm a little bit worried about coming into this, right? Because this is a bit of a resurgence of NiP, right? Grand finals, a lot to prove here. You're in Scandinavian turf, bit of a home crowd. I mean, we can say it, right? A bit of a home crowd here. Yeah. Versus, you know, Navi. I feel like you kind of want, instead of going for the slow approach, which we just saw here, you kind of want to just establish your dominance and get in there and show that you have some courage, that you're not afraid, right? Because if things start grinding down on you here and you've got Simple ripping your head off every chance he gets, Electronic already chiming in, it could get a little grim here for the start for NiP.
Yeah, we all love a good comeback, but you're right. If you're NiP and you're in the underdog position, that's not really the kind of style you want to be looking for. They did lose the round. They didn't get the bomb plant down, but with the new economy system, they can still buy in that third round. That's such a huge change. So I'm not surprised to see NiP just go, well, as low as possible in this round, not really investing into anything. Maybe if they get a bomb plant here, it'll help them. It'll give them that $800 bonus, even if they lose the round, for everyone on the team. So that's a lot of money to work with.
They didn't get kills in the pistol, so they have to be able to find some of these frags. We've seen what happens if you're not able to get any kills before that first buy. If you can't, you know, keep the money low, all of a sudden that defense is going to have all the resources they need. And this is just very patient, and I'm not entirely sure what NiP is waiting for. Dennis isn't going to be much of a fake whatsoever, and I guess maybe they're just hoping someone from Navi maybe is a little bit nervous, but Zeus sees everything. Simple's here on the stairs. Should be an easy wipeout for Navi, and indeed, NiP get deleted off the map heading into the next gun round.
Going for a bit of the OG style there, the waterfall, Anders.
Just trying. But, you know, in terms of selling it, that's not really, it's not a good sale, is it? One guy with no grenades. You know?
I did like the timing, at least. I did like the time. There wasn't really much hesitation from, and we will get the replay here, but as Dennis, you see he gets clipped. The rest of NiP are moving in. There wasn't that lag where sometimes like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, okay, go. It's like, no, NiP really decided as soon as Dennis shows himself, get the gun going. But yeah, no kill for them, so they're light on nades going into this round. They don't have everything they would like to be working with here.
This aggression from Flamey, this is going to be the first test for NiP, and I don't think they're going to pop flash. I think they're more than willing to play the bait and switch at the moment. It's Get Right and Dennis here, but they're not even trying to aggress. They're just an option to fall back later on in the round. NiP is really hesitant. They're expecting some kind of an aggression.
They're expecting Navi to try and take the fight to him, it seems, playing off of that aggressive behavior from some of their players. But right now, Navi, you're right, bit of discipline on their side of things, waiting for NiP to make the first move. Molly getting thrown in, Get Right with the flash, could be going for the peek here. Flamey turning away, Electronic, he doesn't even need to be the bait. Turns out that bait's got some bite, and Get Right will be able to trade it, but Electronic is still there.
It's a pretty good trade, good return. Get Right still kind of low on health, which is a bit of a problem. Forest deep inside the ladder room, and he does get the first fight. He's still going to get shut down. That's a good fight for Edward to be winning, and controls the middle of the map now. And NiP, under a minute, and they're starting to gravitate towards the B bomb side. But, I mean, they can get here pretty quick now. I mean, with the man lead, should be able to retake it even.
We saw this from NiP earlier in the tournament. They really were determined to get Forrest in that position. He was way more effective. They're going to need him to get those kills. Rez is going to step in front of that smoke. He's going to challenge.
Edward in position already at bench. Finds the first headshot. Rez is gone, and that's going to stumble NiP. They do have Lekro out on the point, though, so he is looking for that angle. He's got Edward, but Edward doesn't need to do anything. He can just sit and wait, try and bait Lekro out into the open. Unfortunately, nobody from Navi there to capitalize, but they still have the man advantage going into the retake.
Smart play from Lekro. He had to do something. Get was on 1 health. The grenade is going to take him down, and now it's Lekro in a 1 versus 3, and he doesn't even have any cover. He's just standing in the middle of the bomb site. They're all around him. He's locked in. No way out except death, and Electronic will take him down. That's Navi winning the first rifle round that NiP had there. That always feels great when you do that.
A couple of kills as well for NiP, not enough though. I don't think that's going to do any kind of economic damage that they're going to be too happy about. The plant is certainly going to be friendly to them. They could actually force up in this round if they wanted to be really courageous. They're right on that edge. I think they're just going to go for a half buy with the pistols and try and chip away at the money that Navi has been building up.
Get right with the scout. Get right with the scoped rifle. It happens. It happens. Used to be a sign of things being a bit grim.
Gentlemen, they have 2 kills across all the 5 players on NiP.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know, a mathematical genius or anything, but I feel like that's not going to be enough, is it?
Hold on, let me get my hands here.
Yeah, just get a calculator out.
2. I mean, as far as NiP are concerned right now, nothing is really panning out for them. They are playing a little nervous, it seems. They aren't quite winning those duels. They aren't getting that confidence boost that they wanted here at the beginning of this finals to really get the ball rolling.
They've started this finals out so slow. It is very spread out. It is very defaulted. They don't seem like they're wanting to take the initiative. And the hard part about this now is you're going to be forced into a slower pace just because Navi has all the utility. They can shut down any kind of the faster plays with Molotovs, with double coordinated nades. That's a great shot from Forrest, but it just kind of helps a little bit. It doesn't actually open anything up for the future of this round.
And then you got Edward, who's taking control. Double spray, top mid. It's Dennis alone. Dennis finds a kill. There's the headshot on Flamey. So he does do a little bit of damage here, but Edward again capitalizing. You got to pad those stats. Anti-eco, they've got no Kevlar. Get in there.
Just anything right at this point. It's all going to help a little bit down the stretch, and even just proving to yourself that, you know, you can actually get some of these kills just with the Eagles. They're going to get another round with the rifles here. AKs all across the board. No AWP still in play. And, I mean, Navi's economy is going to be soaring at this point. They're really building it fast at the moment.
I want to see NiP pick up the pace because coming into this event, they were not great on entries. Forrest was far and away their best player. Everyone else was negative in their entry attempts. And if that's the case, you have to play the trade game. You have to at least be able to trade off that first player who goes out to get the attention of your opponents. And if you're not going to do that, you're going to be in for a really tough time.
That is the sad reality of life for the entry fragger. Well, I probably died. I just hope that my teammate can take advantage of it. And here we go, a bit more of a set play coming in for NiP. Swarming the A site, trades back and forth, however, 1 for 1 so far, but that smoke going down is going to shut Flamey out. This should give the chance for Dennis to get across to the bomb site and get the plan.
And look how low Simple are. It's going to be very hard for him to get back in the fight with the AWP. 2 health left, anything, and he is going to be out of it. Big chance here for NiP. They need that bomb plant, and they've pretty much got the map control for it. No one's peeking from the middle. Rez holding that side. Zeus has gone down on the other one, and this is looking very good. 4 versus 3. Finally, the Swedish team starting to look a little bit more alive, and in fact, Navi are just saying, you know what? We're going to have this one round. We're going to save the rifles and continue to fight the next stage. So that's economically speaking, that's a smart play from Navi.
Yeah, it's the high percentage play. It's definitely not the sexy play you'd like to see them go for. With Simple at such low HP, they think, why risk it? They have Electronic down to $0. Flamey only at 1,100, so no point in trying to force something up in the next round when you can be comfortable about it. That's a good round from NiP, and that's not even any kind of like crazy aggression or picking up of the pace. That is a contact play, but now they're losing too many. Those 2 kills, those are huge for Navi.
Those make a big difference. I was about to praise NiP for the fact that, you know, even with the ecos, whoa, that's toasty. All right, we do have the flames here.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. Definitely felt that on the back of my neck. Okay. But all right, point was that NiP, they were still managing to whittle down Navi's economy. A couple of kills here on those ecos, Navi putting them in a position where maybe they don't want to risk it all. Whereas NiP now, yeah, you just gave up 2, but you're still going to be able to get a full buy going into this one. Curious to see how they're going to build off of it now that they've actually gone for an execute. They've actually managed to, hey, like, we have a playbook. We actually took a look at one of those strats. It turns out it works. Why don't we try that again and see if it can actually keep going here versus Navi?
It worked as well, but they actually took a long time getting the bomb into the site. And if that kind of delay kind of happens, that can be really dangerous. If your smokes kind of disappear and you don't have the utility to refresh them, that makes the retake so much easier for Navi.
Yeah, that was my worry as well. I mean, we're sort of questioning the slow play and just the hesitation on the NiP side. Now they've kind of been confirmed in the idea that it does at least work once. That might actually delay them trying to switch up the strategy and maybe try and be a little bit more aggressive. On a map like Mirage, I mean, it should be possible, right? Should be able to get some pretty good rushes in. One of the fun things that we've seen on Mirage a lot is some of those contact plays on A where you don't even throw any smokes, right? You just walk up the ramp, and it seems silly, but as a result, none of the defending players are even aware that it's happening. Like, they might be looking the wrong way, or even if they are looking, they're not quite as alert as if they've heard the initial flashbangs of the smokes. So it'd be fun to see NiP try that even just for one round, just to mix it up and make sure that, you know, the game right now is more or less being controlled by Navi. They feel really comfortable. You gotta put them out of that comfort zone at some point.
Problem is NiP can't quite switch it up to those kind of fast-paced contact plays or any kind of a rush whatsoever, because there's still plenty of money for Navi to have the HEs, have the Molotov, slow it all down, deal too much damage for it to be effective. And they haven't yet got the op out on the offensive side, but NiP really need to build upon this early on. If they can get a reset, if they can get a break onto Navi in the first 6 or 7 rounds of this half, then they're going to be sitting very nicely moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. Start whittling down, putting some pressure on Navi's economy. Name of the game in CS, the headshots look good, but it's about controlling that money, not letting your opponents be able to buy everything that they want. And well, we do look like we're gonna have NiP going for yet another set play here onto the A site. Very quick, early in the round. Nades are already out, and Simple finding the first kill. Flamey follows it up with a kill on Forest. And unfortunately for NiP, it's not panning out. Simple, point blank.
And a bit of a mistake from NiP. 2 Molotovs going towards the closet that time. They double up on Molotovs in that location. Obviously, you can throw one to where Simple's position was behind the triple boxes. Not always designed that way, but regardless, that's well crafted from Navi. Simple is so patient. He's not peeking until a flashbang comes over the wall or comes out from behind the smokes from a teammate, and then he's got a much easier shot.
Yeesh. Well, we were spending so much time talking about economy going into this. Now NiP are the ones getting reset. They're the ones who are having to, well, be patient and just afford a couple of deegs here in this round and hope that they can get something done.
It's a brutal start for them on the T side of Mirage. They're definitely not happy about all of this. Some upgraded deagles here, but I mean, even that is not very much. And I mean, the crazy thing is, think about how many things Navi haven't even had to do. The pushes to top mid, the double push into A apartments, even pushing B, like the underpass right there. They don't have to do any of this, and they're still winning. So they've got a lot of cards up the sleeve if they need to. They can pull out different strats, and NiP have just had to deal more or less with the Navi default.
It's a comfortable situation for Navi to find themselves in, that's for sure.
They're not panicking whatsoever. They love this.
Hey. You know, take a time with this, you know, no guess. Oh. That looked like that was some HG damage, but Simple will go ahead and put a bullet through Get Right's head.
He's having a heat check moment right now. He is going to take these fights all day long with that AWP. See how he's feeling with the flicks, and that looked like it was going to land, but he's got plenty of teammates around. One player all down towards Palace, and they're all wiped out now. A commanding 6-1 lead for Navi.
10-1-0. Simple hasn't even died yet. Simple hasn't even died yet. Okay, let's go ahead and get a checklist going for NiP. You know, what do we need to do next round? Okay, kill Simple. Yes, maybe that's a good idea. And then we can go from there.
Well, then you got Electronic behind him, so they got some players to fill in the gaps.
I mean, what yeah, Electronic's only died twice. He's got 8 frags. He's doing all right, too, yeah. But, I mean, when you've got your Opper sitting on 10K bank after a bye, you know you're feeling pretty good for Navi right now. Things are shaping up.
Look at Navi. Now they're down in the middle. They weren't checking the middle like this before, but now they're pretty quick in there. Not really feeling NiP at all. No flip grenades towards top mid or anything, so they've fallen back in the meantime. Maybe they were expecting that B rush.
I think this is going to be a disaster if NiP move forward with a B hit. That's a great spam right through the wall, Edward, but they haven't had enough success in A to set this up. Navi is going to be able to wipe them out.
Get Right already going for the jump. Looks like he wasn't in a position to capitalize on it, though. He survives a little while longer, eventually drops to Edward, keeping his cool.
Oh, Rez trying to follow it up. Lecro actually the one to open it up, taking down Edward. They need a lot more, and they need it right now. Lecro with a big double kill. Rez following up and taking down Electronic and Simple. He's going to go down. It's all on Flamey. More than a minute here, and Forest is low on health. This can be done. That bomb plant, it needs to happen right now, and that was the clue, that firing of the M4. They know where Flamey is now. He's going to have a tough time breaking this crossfire. He's got no grenade. Well, one flashbang, that's not really that much, and actually being peaked a bit much here by Forest. Might want to cool it down. Grenade, that's the last one. This 1 versus 2 is not going to be easy at all. He wants to get out of the window, and just as he jumps, Lecro with impeccable timing, a quad kill for him, and a second round for NiP.
I think it's incredible NiP came back into that round. They didn't have a whole lot. When Get Right jumps out the window as the entry fragger, no one is there immediately for the trade. Somehow, the follow-up came in with such massive success. Heroic effort individually out of Lecro, obviously. But it didn't feel like NiP had any business winning that round until he kind of went off, and this is great.
We're getting the replay of Edward going with the wall bang, and that's an OG wall bang. I love it. But how did Get Right survive for so long? Because when we saw Get Right come out the window, it looked like he was dead to rights right there immediately. Yeah. But somehow he kept staying alive. And I think that's the linchpin of that whole play, is where Lecro, because Get Right's alive, he has time to work. But already, no time wasted here. Edward charging up to the top, 1-for-1 trade, but he goes for the peak, and Forrest isn't gonna miss.
Nice crunch on the middle. They were coming up underpass as well, so even if they'd lost that top mid fight, they probably would have got some kills anyway going their way. So 4 versus 3, and look who's in the window. Get Right. Talk about, you know, rolling back the years. We've got him lurking deep behind enemy lines here. And this is going to catch Navi off guard. I mean, it's very likely he's going to be able to open up a bomb side, and that should be it. And the rest of them, they're just setting up. They're in position.
Oh, no.
Now.
Oh, God. Simple was looking away. He was looking at a teammate's monitor. He didn't think there was a chance GetRight would be there. That opens up the path for Electronic. He gets aggressive, but the A bomb site is open for business. And NiP's at least going to get a plant out of this, but they still have to be cautious.
You saw the look of shock there on Simple's face. I love the player cams, right? Just like, wait, what? How is this happening? Zeus now going to be the one to win a duel versus GetRight, though. Mano and mano, 2-on-2, going into the retake on A. A little bit of a bait there, but Forrest not going to miss that shot. Lined up with the op, he should hit that every time. And now it's Electronic in a 1v2.
That's a beautiful Molotov. That cuts off so much of the retake. If he wanted to try and duel it off on top of that to look for a kill, maybe that would have given him a chance, but now there's pretty much no time. He's just got the AWP. He's not going to go for it here. Third round for NiP, and being T-side Mirage, this is looking a lot better suddenly.
We're starting to take a bite out of that economy that Navi we're starting to build up here. If we take a look at the scoreboard, I mean, only a couple of these players have enough money for a full buy on Navi's side. The rest of them are in eco territory, so now things can start cooking here for NiP. It was a little bit of a slow burn at the start, speaking of burn, but it seems like things are shaping up.
I feel like Moses has come prepared for that, for all that fire.
I feel like, you know, this keeps up.
Off my head, so
exactly, this keeps up. We're all going to look, we're all going to be lacking a bit on top.
So still 1 kill on Dennis, 2 on Rez, and then 3 on GetRight and Forrest, and Electro's sort of leading the charge. When I look at the kills here on NiP, I'm kind of shocked they even have 3 rounds. It doesn't seem like they have the kills to support it.
No, it is very wild. That's actually, all things considered, that's a pretty good scoreline to be sitting at if you're NiP with the way that this began, because you came out very flat. And you got to thank Lecro for that. That 4 kill in that round was so huge. But the better thing is the follow-up after that is the trades in middle. Lecro gets 1 more entry, taken down, Forrest there with the AWP to find the follow-up kill to really secure middle. And obviously then the classic GetRight lurk, which could have been a disaster. That almost got taken away.
And I mean, speaking of throwbacks, right? We've talked about it time and time again. Sometimes you really do need that player to just step up and make the play that's going to get your blood pumping. That's going to get the team, you know, give them that confidence like, hey, okay, we can turn this around. We can get something done.
Look at Dennis ADR, down at 8.3.
Whoa.
That's,
okay.
That's not any good.
It's not ideal.
Well, he's not on a James Bond, but he isn't far. You know, only the 1 kill, 7 deaths. That's been a bit brutal for Dennis. Hopefully he's going to find his footing here going forward in the grand finals. But NiP as a team right now are looking much better. 6-3, Navi still in the lead. But NiP now, a little bit of wind beneath their wings.
Such a revealing stat, that average round damage, because obviously that means it's not even that he hasn't got the kills. He's actually not even almost touched anyone. That's a problem.
Is it cool to call him a martyr? Is that what we do at this point? He just runs in, dies for the cause.
Throwing him right under the bus, aren't we? No redeeming qualities at this point. And that's crazy because Dennis is a world-class player. We've seen it many times before, and he was actually looking a lot better in this NiP team even just a couple of months ago. So, you know, in this grand finals, they're going to need to wake him up somehow, get him back online.
As far as this round is developing, another slow approach here from NiP. Mid-control this time, creating some options for themselves.
It's going to be interesting to see where they go with it, considering they haven't had to fight for it. There's no kills yet on the board. It's given up for free, so they don't have a whole lot of information. What are they going to do with it during a slow round? And Navi is pretty much out of utility already. That's a dangerous angle over the smoke.
Well, for a second, Zeus was going to spot him. Doesn't look like it. Right on the edge. Rez, however, catches Flamey looking the wrong way by the looks of it. A site open. Electronic holding close, though. Electronic lines him up. Only going to find the 1 kill, but are they going to expect Zeus? No! Zeus with the kill for free. Forrest, luckily, is there to trade for NiP. And now it's a 2-man advantage for NiP. It's shaping up.
Oh, but Simple has the bomb. The one player you don't want controlling this one item in the game. They've got to have to challenge him. 18 seconds left. He's in the corner, and they don't have any grenades to get rid of him. The flick doesn't connect. He's very low on health as well. They're very close, and Dennis will take him down. NiP now on 4 rounds. And that's a lot better. That could have gone horribly wrong.
You could feel that Simple might just win that one, but one huge disadvantage that he had was just restricted mobility, locked into that corner, nowhere to go after he takes the shot, nowhere to move to kind of sneak or confuse your opponents. They just had him locked in. That's finally, NiP had to work so hard to break this economy. Now it gets easier. 4-6, and we've got a game on our hands. NiP is right back in it.
Yeah, 4 rounds on T side, a decent economy rolling, and let's see what they can follow up with, because it's going to be an eco round. Now's the chance to really start building that confidence. I don't know if Rez actually spotted him, though. I think Edward was able to make it past the corrugated steel there just in time, dodges it, so there is a chance for Edward to come up with a play. Could be a quick flank through B ops.
Especially if Zeus can get a kill here in the bomb site. Just 1 would be enough, and he's looking for it. He probably should have had it, and it doesn't work out. Edward needed that distraction so that he could come through. Oh, Forrest jumping up right on top. Edward gonna come charging through, but Forrest sees it. Last second, that's why they needed a bit more of a distraction inside of B. It's a good job on Electronic trying to get the 1 kill in there, but I'm really impressed by NiP. Even coming back to this point, probably gonna be a 4th or 5th round here. Forrest taking 1 down. This is looking so much better. The Swedish team definitely looking on point now.
Yeah, now they're getting some openings. Now they're getting some early kills that spread the defense, then allow them to find some gaps. I mean, that round just very easy against the pistols. Find the bomb site where there's only 1 player holding. All back in Simple's hands. He's at 12 and 4. On the other side, it's going to be Lekro leading the way, 8 and 9 for him, but Forrest is doing some good work with that AWP, and GetRight's had some very impactful plays.
Yeah, GetRight clearly feeling himself.
Yeah, he's been stepping it up. This time they're going to change the pace. I was going to ask if Navi were going to be able to want to do it, but this is walking right into a wall. Electronic and Simple both, and the Molotov on top. Going to get the kill. Lekro wants to open it back up, but he can't get it done. Simple with 1 more kill comes into it, and GetRight with the AWP. Yeah, he's going to try and switch it out, but it doesn't matter. The bomb is dropped, and they know where he is. Grenade at his feet, and he is out of the round. I like the idea of trying to change the pace there for NiP, though.
Yeah, it looks like that was playing into what you were saying earlier, Moses, where perhaps NiP need to try and get in, take a little bit of a peek, maybe not invest that utility, and see if that catches Navi off guard. But there's that nade advantage you're talking about. Navi are getting roasted, they're getting shredded by HEs before they're even seeing anybody.
The problem as well is, like, if you're going to make that play as NiP up that ramp, it has like a very small window to work. You need to get a kill immediately, because if Simple survives and gets away and there's a rifle to keep space for him, he's going to be able to just unleash upon you from range. NiP that time not able to close the gap in the bomb site. Nade out towards top mid, pretty decent. A little bit of chip damage, but not too bad. And the op on Catwalk this time. The mobility, Forrest isn't ready for it whatsoever. And Lekro's gonna be tested here behind the smoke.
Man advantage on the CT side. This is where Navi gets to have that lockdown now. No need to take any further risks. You have the edge. Just let NiP hang themselves as they try and break onto a bomb site. Zeus thinking about rotating? Not quite.
Ooh, that's a risk, and Edward, luckily for them, gets the refrag there. As you said, no reason really for Navi to take those kind of risks, and that almost could have ended very badly. GetRight snuck up close to connector, and if he can catch Edward off guard, he can. That's a really fast headshot. Back in a 3-on-3 now, and Zeus around the corner. GetRight, oh, he actually shoots the gun a bit early. That gives the game away, but still, beautiful headshot. Tries for the follow-up spray, and Zeus doing a great job here. That's a beautiful double.
Oh, what beautiful work from Zeus, keeping his cool. You're right, Anders, he gave it away. He gave it away. You're thinking, oh, what could have been? This is B-side with the P250 all over again.
We saw him walk into the arena, and he was looking super hyped, so I feel like you make that kind of entrance, you almost...
Yeah, you better back it up, right? Especially because you put the sunglasses on for the finals walkout as well.
Dude, Zeus has that total cyberpunk feel going on right now, man. So I swear, when he's walking out, he's got the tats, he's got those glasses going. It's like, okay, then. He's just going to plug straight into the game. Doesn't even need a mouse and keyboard.
Well, double op setup now for Navi. Flamey's got one as well. We've seen this be so deadly in the past, and it's going to open up in a round where NiP don't have anything to fight with. Just some upgraded pistols. Tech9's back, by the way, Sam. I don't know if you got the memo.
Well, that's good, because I never liked using the CZ, but, you know, that's as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
Kill
poor
the CZ with fire.
He's leading the way all on his lonesome, and there's no one. They're cut off by a Molotov. The utility usage from Navi is just too strong in this round.
A little bit unfortunate, but what were they going to do? Run through the fire? I'm not sure that would have helped either. Lekro still putting on a kill here in the round. Probably his last one. He is very much boxed in. And unlike for GetRight, there isn't even anyone here who could potentially help him out. That's a lot of grenades. They're just not playing it. Oh! Knifed in front of 12,000 people.
So what was that, 7 points, right? That was 7 points? Is that what he gets? Yeah, okay then.
Oh, man.
Don't leave a man hanging. Don't leave a man hanging, Edward.
Edward's making sure.
Yeah, he's like, I do not want to be on the front page of Reddit. Stop right now. Give me the fist bump. But I mean, why not go for the knife? Why not? You've got money going into the last round. You're going to make a bit more as well. You can get cute. They will be running the double op setup here, Navi. And so, yeah, just all the skrill.
Ooh. He was even throwing that, wasn't he? He was close.
So let's see.
15th round coming up now.
NiP going back to Old Faithful, it seems, and A execute onto the bomb site. It's probably what they've had the most success is attacking here, but this time it's the full execute. They're going to leave nothing up to chance. Or are they? Flamey firing through the smoke with Electronic. He's already pinned down. They've got the angle. GetRight gets in there with the quickness.
Yeah, this time it works out perfectly. GetRight finds that first pick. There was no Simple. Flamey didn't have the luck in terms of timing, and Dennis catching Zeus on the rotate. really shaping up nicely now for NiP. This is looking like a 6th round in this first half, which would be perfect going into that CT half. 2-man advantage is looking grim for Navi.
Considering how this started, you think it wouldn't be possible. Flamey gonna get 1 kill, but the fire will consume him at the end. Taken down by Get Right, and now Edward, 1 versus 3. Has to go for it. Last round of the half, might as well just try and see if you could do it. It's already so far ticked, and yeah, there's just no entry onto the site. I mean, it's not really possible. He's completely trapped here. Gonna get the 1 headshot in there, but time has run out, and Lekro will close it out. 9-6 for NiP. I've got to say, I think that's a pretty good job, all things considered.
Considering they were down, what, 6-1 to start that game, that's a beautiful run to really end this half and actually keep themselves in it and give themselves a fighting chance as they switch over to the CT side. This is where it gets interesting. This is where we'll see the power of Simple with that AWP. One of the luxuries I feel NiP doesn't necessarily have with their op, with Forrest on it, is maybe sometimes, I mean, he provides a decent amount of openings, but you know he just can't be as aggressive as Simple.
That's what you want out of your opper, though. I mean, what was it mentioned earlier in terms of like utility opping is what NiP really have, where it's just kind of like everybody can op, and well, maybe you can go ahead and take it in this position, and it'll make it unpredictable, but you're not a sledgehammer like Simple just going through that wall of defense and just, you know, opening everything up for your team. That's a bit of a different flavor that, well, NiP don't have right now, but excited to see Navi on a classic map like Mirage again to kick things off here in the finals.
Second half pistol going to be coming up. Oh, wow. Line up right through the smoke. Dennis couldn't see a thing, and he's still going to get the kill on Simple. And what a play to take down now. Rez fighting for his life inside the jungle, and he's going to be dropping. Oh, final setup! Rez with a beautiful double kill. And now Electronic and Flamey, 2 versus 4. They're just getting shot down. The bomb is planted, but this is long range with a Glock against 4 people. That is not going to cut it. Flamey doing his best, but NiP with a massive pistol round here. And I can tell the crowd, they're starting to get behind NiP in this matchup. They can feel it.
Turns out Danes can cheer for Swedes.
Yeah. Buried the axe, you know.
Thousands of years of conflict. You know, it takes a little bit of time to get over that.
They just needed a little bit of motivation, and that's a huge round from Rez. He's only got 5 kills in this game so far, but these are 2 huge ones. Spearheading the retake, that is such a critical part of the map to control for the defense if you're going to try and retake this A bomb site. And you just cannot overstate the impact of those kills.
There's the start that NiP were looking for in the first half, right? All that hesitation out of NiP, you know, mincing about, not quite getting the job done. Here, however, they get the strong one.
You've got to say as well, Rez is on 5 kills. He just got 2 of them in that round, so 40% of his kills, I mean, are from... But think about what an impact that has on the game. Yeah. That's really big.
Are we going to have a discussion about scoreboards again? And, you know, guys, you know, you see a lot of kills. Edward leading the charge right now. Oh, yeah, half of those were eco frags. But, oh, you know. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You know, guys, context does matter at some point. But
and Dennis is what, like quadrupled his ADR? Things are getting way better.
It's like one HG would have done that. Yeah, exactly. Right? Like it's all gonna work out. All right, it's looking like Navi right now. They've got a set play in store for us. We saw a lot of this from NiP here in the first half. Navi kind of showing that they have it in their playbook as well.
They've gone for the AK buy-up, right? Because NiP actually bought nothing in the equivalent round, right? They wanted to go for that early 3rd round buy. Navi just saying no. Simple with the AK's enough?
We saw them do this on Inferno in the matchup they played before this, the one that was kind of like a meaningless match because we didn't know how serious they'd be taking it. They went for that and they won it. Simple got 4 kills in that round, so look for him. He's going to be the point man, and obviously at some point he's going to be allowed to bait for Edward, or Edward and Zeus are going to bait for him so he can get some positioning with that AWP. Plenty of utility as well to set something up.
Kind of want him moving in 2nd or 3rd, but it's looking like he wants to open it up. He's going to take that fight straight up versus Forrest and lose it. So all of that build up. Flamey will be there to trade it, though. He picks up that AK. We have a 1-for-1, and Navi still in the mix here. Haven't even committed their nades yet, so they have that going for them. Could have been that they'd already thrown everything out, and then what are you left with? But now Navi have some options.
It's wild to me that we just saw Simple take that peek. All of his teammates have flashbangs, and he just goes out dry. Obviously, he's going to love that kind of a one-on battle, especially knowing there's not going to be an AWP on the map just yet. Great from Dennis. That's just Flamey. That's just cleaning up a very weak player to begin with, trying to sell a fake. But I don't think it's going to happen. Rez has been patient this whole time, and there's one more player for Zeus right around the corner.
This is a smart position for Lekro. It's going to be Rez to get the kill anyway, but if Zeus walks up, he's going to get his face taken off. If he jumps out the window, he's going to hear the noise of him falling. So no matter what, Lekro's pretty safe in that position. And Electronics, 15 seconds, might as well try and save the AK-47 and the body armor that he has. Still some money in the bank for them. But this is starting to look like a pretty good comeback for NiP.
I was just thinking if he, what's the impact if he saves? He's got 1450 in the bank right now, so he could get a couple of nades here if he were to survive. If he dies, though, this is big! He wins wins the duel. Okay, he wins the duel. So Electronic survives, and he will have that AK for the next round.
That was close. I mean, that's such an interesting scenario to be in, especially after that second round buy. Is what exactly is your decision to make there? 9-8. NiP has closed the gap. Still an op not out on the board. Enough damage was done in the last round to prevent that for now, and actually look up, just an even bigger buy. 3 AK-47s coming out, the MAC-10 on Zeus. Deagle on Simple, and Electronic gets a chance. Not able to complete the kill, and Rez here is challenged, and that's a MAC-10.
Okay. Did they buff the MAC-10s while I was gone?
Apparently so, or maybe people just got better somehow at using, and that's so long range. Lecro gonna get 1 return on Zeus at least, but they're gonna be fine with this trade. 4-on-4 still. Simple with the Deagle. He can maybe go and check underpass, see if he can pick up one of those rifles down there. That'd help him out a little bit.
That's the party favors, right? You want to get your hands on him here. Simple. We'll be able to put that to use. Flamey holding, waiting for somebody to peek on the CT side to try and get information. Get right, kind of lurking in that area. And he will hop up, and he misses his chance. It's Get Right who wins the duel. And there's an opening now. As far as NiP are concerned, with that man advantage, it is shaping up nicely.
Navi has pretty much used that entire buffer that they earned in the first half on these kind of really aggressive buys, these really aggressive economic decisions. Get Right's gonna get a chance for one more, and Electronic is prepared for that angle. Turns the corner, not gonna get caught off guard. The defense is shifting though. Forrest still in window room in the middle of the map. Dennis is gonna be all underneath balcony, and actually Lecro, he second guesses himself. He was rotating over from the B bomb side, but he's gonna stay put. It's all on Dennis. Forrest is way too far away to help him.
What do you do if you're in this corner right now? They're going to be 3 people. I mean, he has to spray perfectly. They pretty much have to be almost instantaneous headshots. Otherwise, he's going to get shot down. 25 seconds. He sees the first guy lurking in, but he's waiting. Oh, good headshot, taking down Electronic. Edward next in line, and Dennis holding it ground. Going to pick up one more kill. The triple spray down. And NiP picking up a 9th round, equalizing the game. I don't know how. They should have been able to run him down, but they were very, very slow.
That second player out to trade that kill off initially just seemed to think he was way deeper behind the boxes. Didn't realize he'd shifted over to the corner. That's so good from Dennis in a 1-on-3 essentially.
Such a big play. NiP now tied it up 9-9. Economy stable for them as well. They're going to start to build here because this is going to be a semi-eco round coming in from Navi. But yeah, Dennis, this is what happens. Andrews, you know, it's like we've done this time and time again. But when we call players out, they tend to step up. And so, you know, Dennis is like, right, okay, yeah, low ADR. Got to step that up a little bit here. We got to pump those numbers up.
It's that old magic, isn't it? It's back somehow. Oh, man.
It works, it works. Dennis is thanking us. But we'll see if NiP thank us in the end here because they've still got to get the job done. They got to keep it together here in this round. Don't want to give up too many kills to the pistols.
I'd say that's a risky position for Edward to be in. 7 health inside of the smoke. Dennis is waiting for it. They did take care of Get Right in the meantime, so it's a good Deagle kill to begin the round with. But yeah, Edward, he was probably not even going to make it through that round, was he? Dennis is having a much better second half here on the CT side. Forrest to help out, instant refrag. Still a 2-on-2, which is a little bit scary here. Zeus is going to be dropped in. Oh, wow, Flamey with the Deagle. That's not a bad kill. Now a 1-on-1 versus Forrest. He's got the bomb, he's got the time. Doesn't really have to help, but let's see what he could do.
I was going to say the HP is such a big factor, but with this much time on the clock and this much of the map to play with, Flamey can get very fortunate. You kind of got to cross your fingers, hope Forrest is looking the wrong way. And it is going to be really interesting to see how they play this out. Forrest is ready for this kind of exact play, playing in connector, peering over towards that A bomb site. If he takes the right angle, he'll even be able to look in towards Palace.
Does he trust his judgment, though, right? The instinct. Over a decade of competing at the very top of pro gaming. Forrest, this is what he thrives for, thrives in. Lives for everything, man. This is his element. So, got the angle. Flamey, 15 HP. He's got no nades to work with, and he's got Kevlar, so that's not really going to help versus the M4. But now it's just about Forrest not trusting it, and Forrest is fully in. Doesn't even matter if the bomb plant goes down now. Forrest, as soon as he realizes it's on A, he knows that Flamey's to the left.
Yeah, he's got that covered for sure. Gonna turn back around, just making a little bit of noise, and oh, he should be winning it. Flamey going for the repeat, actually dropping Forrest very low. Oh, he actually tagged him, but he's still alive. How could that even be real? No grenades left, none that do damage, and Flamey wins it. Oh, wow, what an incredible 1 versus 2 for Flamey, picking it up at the end. That is some godlike play.
Oh, that's gonna sting. You saw it there, man. Forrest, he is not happy.
He was so patient, and he tagged him through the box, and it wasn't enough.
I mean, those are rounds that Forrest, this is supposed to be the fight that he thrives in. That's exactly what it wanted. Open space, mid-range duel with the M4 against the Deagle. One of the most precise players we have in Flamey with low HP. Everything going against Navi in that round. Well done from Flamey to turn the tides, and look what it does to NiP. That's a huge swing. They're back to pistols.
That was supposed to be, I feel like I cursed him, you know, right? You know, sometimes it works, Anders, and sometimes it doesn't. We've learned this too. But that was supposed to be a round where they don't give up many kills and they just build that economy.
Yeah.
And instead, NiP, even if they'd have won that round at that point, way too expensive. Now they're trashed. It has to be that eco round and just cross their fingers and hope they can get something done in the next one.
How many of those rounds, realistically, are you allowed to have in a map? Against Navi, not going to be many. Like, that's the only one. If they do it again, then Navi probably take this game right over. Flashbang set up, and Forest didn't turn around quick enough, and, well, that's the result.
You know, that's a nice paint job on the wall. You needed it. Livens up the place.
All that color.
It's very dark, isn't it?
Well, Edward's so far up catwalk. There's 3 players here, but I don't think they're going to expect him to turn the corner. He's backing off just a little bit. He's got plenty of teammates here for help. He doesn't need to retreat whatsoever, just plays it a bit smarter. That flushes all of NiP out into the open. Bomb is still so far away. They don't have to be committed at this point. It's just get right.
How disciplined are Navi, though? This should be a round where they don't give up anybody. Everybody should survive. They had Electronic waiting around in connector. Flamey's been sniffing around on A. They have to start having that info in terms of where GetRight's playing from, but GetRight now starting to second guess himself. He's going to work his way back over towards A. In the meantime, the bomb just chugging along here. Navi should have a perfect round. With 20 seconds left, bomb should get planted, and they should have a perfect round where nobody dies, and they are the ones building their economy.
I feel like it's not a problem now, but they're sort of putting the bomb down. And only now are they checking the rest of the bomb site. I feel like, you know, if GetRight had been hiding somewhere on there, I'm not sure they would have checked all of it anyway. Yeah, they know where he is. And as you said, should be, and it was. Perfect round coming out here for Navi. That helps the economy an enormous amount. AWP being picked up now. That's interesting on NiP. I kind of want to see that. Lecro holding on to it at the moment.
Yeah, does he keep it?
We haven't seen them actually with too many ops. In the first half, they had a lot of money problems that didn't allow it. This time now, I mean, just being reset, but going, you finally get the chance to utilize it. We'll see how much damage it can do. Simple on the other side with his AWP heading towards middle. And he's got the timing. He can take that peek towards window, and indeed he will. No one's going to be there from NiP, though. It's Dennis and Rez to guard mid, but they're going to do it from connector in conjunction with Forest over on catwalk.
Simple, playing patient, holding. This is exactly what you expect from an op duel in mid. Choose your angle, hold it, wait for somebody to get impatient. With a minute 30 on the clock and that smoke going down, you can see Simple just really getting scoped in, just hoping that Dennis is going to overstep. But Dennis is also showing a bit of reserve here. Nobody really to make the first mistake out of either of these teams.
I mean, if you're NiP, you can't get reset again in this match. It's too late in the game for that, and they have no money behind this buy. They must win this round. They'll have another chance afterwards, but that's going to put them in a deep, deep hole.
They have a bit of a crossfire in the middle between Dennis and Forest, but you've got to expect that one of them or both are going to get smoked off at some point. So under a minute, I kind of like this play from GetRight, getting a little bit closer to try and get some of the info. Maybe saw the grenade on top of him. Is he going to go for the fight? He kind of wants to, and he's going to take down Flamey. That's a big fight to be winning. Now the rest are going to be coming out of connector. 3 men from Navi. They've got to make this work.
There's smokes all over the place, though. Yeah, smokes all over the place. What are you going to do? You're just going to charge right through! GetRight with the one, but Edward's there to trade it. Bit of a heart attack moment there for Navi, though. GetRight, what are you doing?
I don't think they've seen that before. Dennis in an unlikely position. He's still going to get taken down. And somehow Navi have made their way onto the site with 30 seconds left. And Zeus is going to be taking down Lecro Rez. He's the only one that could maybe stop the bomb. But actually, Edward is planting in a great position. It's just not going to happen. Forest coming through the jungle. And a run and gun from Zeus to take him down. Bomb planted. And Rez, yeah, there's no way through here. He's even boxed in. So I guess might as well go for it. That's some incredible first bullet precision coming out of Navi.
It all started out so well. GetRight, that's such a smart push. He heard the pin of the grenade, and that's why he pushes up A ramp to get that kill. Not sure why he jumped through the smoke, but it still nets him a kill. But from there, no one from NiP could actually work together. They couldn't find a single way to set up a crossfire that they'd be able to help each other out. And Navi's able to win some of those aim duels, and that seems to be the theme of this game. When NiP can find ways to work together, they're in the fight, but otherwise, they're getting out-dueled. Even Forest, which is pretty crazy to watch.
That's the crazy thing, right? Clutch situation, not able to pull it off. And in a shot there where he had the drop on Zeus, still not able to find the kill. So the bearded one, he needs to kind of draw things together here and start finding those duels for NiP's sake. 12-9, Navi in the lead and extending it now. Because this is an anti-eco, and this is hard eco for NiP. So this should be a field day for Navi.
Starting to get very uncomfortable here for the Swedish team. In spite of all the praises that we were giving them earlier for sticking in the game. And they had a rough start for sure, but now, especially with the economy being this low on the CT side, that's a huge problem that they're going to have to somehow recoup and try and see if they can get back in the game. This is a very solid round at Navi. Some of these anti-ecos they've been having have just been really good, right? They're not leaving very much
really
chance
clean,
at all.
Yeah. Able to build up a lot of cash, even in the first half when they were on the CT side, which is where it's important to have so much money. Things are a little bit more costly. 13-9, it's now a pretty commanding lead. NiP running out of opportunities to stay in this first map of the Grand Finals.
Inferno next as well. So a little bit of a repeat there. Isn't this the map that they played in the group stage?
Yes.
So now it's going to be a question of the mind games going into it. What did you show? What's going to stay the same? How are you going to go ahead and shift it up? It'll be a lot of fun to watch that second map, but not so much if NiP aren't able to get it a little bit closer here, at least if you're a NiP fan tuning in. So Navi, though, you got to give it to them. Anti-ecos, that's so key, and the fact that they keep getting those lockdowns now, they're really in a comfort situation. It's looking like a fairly straightforward A play here from Navi, though. We have that setup, Old as Sin, smokes are going to go in, and we've got Edward ready to take point.
If they do this full execute and don't do a contact play, I mean, Rez and Dennis are going to be isolated. It's just going to be get right. They're going to be blocked off from helping, and they'll have a decision to make. Do they want to play for the retake, or do they jump through the smoke and try and help get right? And it all matters on what get right can do. If he can get a kill, they might be tempted to come through and try and help out. Nade in his hand, though. He's lucky to get away.
Oh, the timing is unbelievable, but get right, he survives a little while longer. They know where he is, though. He's going to be forced out in the open. Dennis looking to back him up and sandwich. Not sure if Navi have spotted him, though, and he may be able to get a freebie here, but then dropping right out of the heavens. Electronic point blank. Nails him.
Oh, man, he even jumped over him the first time around, then he came back through to pick him off again. It's a beautiful execute from Navi, really well done, and I mean, the incredible timing. Get right peeking with the smoke in hand, and Simple shutting down Rez towards the end. That's 5 in a row. Navi are on fire, and now it's 14-9. They're looking very, very good at the moment. Well on their way to winning that first map.
Electronic, the shadow of death. You can even see the shadow pass over Dennis when he's in this position. Even if they don't get the initial kill on Get Right, they missed that opportunity, but they knew exactly where he was. It's the follow-up Molotov that just ruins everything.
He didn't even kill him. He impaled him with the AK-47.
Fed it to him. No, please.
Mount the bayonets and let's go. Simple in the middle. Oh, instant headshot. He's so accurate with that gun as well. Dennis for the refrag. So a 2-for-2 trade. It's not bad at all. He needs one more here. He's going to fall back instead.
Yeah, he needs to get out of dodge. That is not a situation. There we go. Get right coming up with the goods. That's going to be the one that turns the tide. But Electronic was more than happy to take that duel with Dennis. Now Zeus going toe-to-toe. Getting overwhelmed by Lecro, though. He's going to have to back off. Down to 11 HP. And Navi right on the edge, not able to get it done.
No, but Electronic has such a huge advantage in terms of his ability to just kind of fight, and he's got so much space between him and the other players, and a lot of time on this clock still for Lecro and Dennis to have to hold their spots over at B. He's in the middle of the map. He can cut off so many rotations. He could flank, and if he's able to just get one kill, they are heading towards Get Right at the moment, who's hidden back towards CT spawn behind the ticket booth.
I love that Get Right has that sixth sense, though. He's already got eyes on CT, like, okay, this could be a possibility. That was the key kill, and Electronic finds it. 2-on-2 situation now with Navi. They should be able to get the bomb plant.
Zeus is still so far away. That's the one silver, or not, maybe not silver lining. That's the one opportunity NiP has to get back into this round. Lecro's going to have a huge flank coming in because they've taken so long to get here.
Oh, look at the peek from Electronic. That was so smart, helping Zeus to cover that whole distance on the bomb side. Now 30 seconds and Lecro going to be walking in. They're both very low on health. The bomb inside of the smoke, and Lecro just sneaking on in. Going to find the first kill easily, but what's the second player? He's not sure right now. Electronic peeks a little bit early, and Lecro going to win a 1 versus 2. A massive clutch here for NiP. They desperately needed it, and now they're at double digits too.
No, but if you're going to lose a round as Navi with this kind of a lead, that's the way to do it. One player surviving. Again, you have to go back to the money. There's not going to be a whole lot for the Ninjas to spend. Lecro has an AK-47, but they're not going to have the luxury of an AWP. They're going to be missing a lot of utility if they want to go for rifles, so they have decisions to make. Do they want to sacrifice firepower for nades?
You got to give it for NiP. I like the aggression from them in mid there at the start to kick off that round, to really throw things out of whack. And you can hear it already, right? Why didn't Electronic wait for the tap? But on the tap on the bomb, that is, right? But sometimes that is it. It's the mind games. You keep getting deeper and deeper. And Electronic, he's just like, okay, I'm going to throw him off this time and peek early, right? You know, before he can get on that bomb.
It's tough to play that. It's tough to play that game when you have such low HP. Like you almost want to take that aggressive peek to see if you can catch him off guard. And obviously, Lecro is just so well prepared for it.
He doesn't really know if Lecro has a Molotov or a smoke or anything. Like, if he has one of those and throws it into the apartments, then it's game over, right? So he might have been feeling a little bit of pressure there. This game is getting very tense right now, and I think, I mean, The tension is even more because of the money that NiP has. A mistake now probably cost them the map. They gotta keep this up.
On that knife's edge. It's the ninjas though. Should I be saying like a shuriken's edge, I guess? Yeah, that would be it. Or kunai. Let's go deep.
How do you have some sort of deep knowledge of, you know, just of ninja history? I kind of expect that. Read a lot of books somewhere. I feel like that should be your area.
Well, Dennis's area is top mid. He's going to push up, misses the initial shot. He's so low. He can only stand and fight. He cannot retreat, and unfortunately, there's no backup. Smokes around. Forrest was blocked off. He still goes for the fight, but he's taken down. And this might be the back-breaking moment for NiP. I don't think they can get back into this round. It'll take a huge effort, but they are spread thin across the map.
Oh, and it's a very lonely situation right now for Lekr0 over on B. Guys, anybody? A little bit of help over here. Electronics at that angle, held, and Simple catching Rez out, takes over controller, and, oh man, connector rather, and GetRight getting sprayed through the smoke isn't gonna help things here for NiP. It's gonna be looking like Navi should be able to get up onto map point here, especially with Electronic eventually catching Lekr0 out in B apartments. That opens up the B side for business, and Navi, Zeus can just charge straight up short and get that bomb plant. Not even gonna be necessary.
Wow.
It's a bold call sending Dennis up mid to be aggressive in a round where your entire economy and the entire map hangs in the balance, but this time, unfortunately, doesn't pay off for him. He had a chance to find that opening kill.
It's Electronic, Simple, and Edward, all of them at 24 kills. That is completely outrageous. I actually don't know how you would stop that.
That's a really, really tough output to match for pretty much any team in the pro scene.
Yeah.
15-10, Navi on the verge of taking this first map of the Grand Finals here at the Royal Arena. It's just pistols to fight back with for the Ninjas. 4 Deagles, 1 CZ.
And everything in the balance. Let's see. Double digits for NiP, but you're right. It is going to be the pistols. They're going for a clever play here, though. This could work, and there it is. Perfect target to drop as well. Simple out of the fight early in a key round for NiP. And this isn't like in the group phase. There are no ties. One of the teams needs to win this, and NiP, if they can take this to overtime, they can still get the job done.
I mean, that's such a tough shot for Lekr0 because Simple actually even spotted that when he jumped across. He had that shot lined up. That had to be so fast from Lekr0 if he was going to survive.
I feel like that's a classic Simple as well, though. Like, he could have called in for a flashbang or something. He's like, no, listen, I'm just going to take the fight. Like, I feel like I might be able to do it, and, you know, a lot of the time, probably that would have been true. Last chance here for NiP. Looking to play overtime. You're absolutely right, Semler. Not going to be any ties here. Trying long range. Rez had a chance for a connection with the Deagle. Now they're just bullying him. Grenades to follow and shooting him down. He didn't have a chance, and there was no backup either. Dennis to try and follow it up, but now he's low on health as well and has to fall back. Now there is a flag coming in from GetRight. Maybe he could do it once again.
Oh, you know, if anybody could deliver, it could certainly be him. Flamey with the headshot on Dennis, though, is going to take that angle out of play here for NiP, and so Navi really can just focus on locking down ramp. You can see Flamey checking it now. So GetRight slightly out of position. Forrest is on the quick rotate in, though. Finds the chance to drop. Zeus, and it's Electronic who will find the kill. But quick answer here from NiP. It's on Lekr0 now, 1v2.
Man, if he could have had that shot GetRight, it would have been a 1 versus 1 instead, and with no bomb plant down, so there was a really big chance there. Lekr0, everything on the line here. This is the map that he's fighting for. He's already taken a bit of damage. Again, they're shooting through the boxes. It's just a terror right now on the Navi side. He's going to get shot down. Zeus to win it with a triple, 16-10 in favor of Navi.
Great opening statement from Navi. Obviously, you mentioned